And I think we should be live, right? Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. It's Global Scholarships, and I'm your host, Az. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything is going great. And today, as always, another Friday, we're here for another weekly live stream. If you're new here, we do this every Friday. Basically, it's a Q&A live stream, but we also talk about some scholarship opportunities that are open right now. And as always, of course, to answer your scholarship questions, I'm here joined by Eamon. Hi, Eamon. How are you? How's it going?
Hi, Az. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fine too. Thank you very much. So, everyone, if you're new here, again, we are Global Scholarships. Basically, we are a platform that shares a lot of informative stuff. Hi there, Mohamed Murtaza. Hi, welcome to our live stream. It's good to see you here. Basically, we're doing fine. I'm hoping you're also doing fine as well. So basically, we are a platform. We have, as you can see, a YouTube channel. We have a website, which is completely free. We have a ton of information here, guides, a lot of resources here. We're gonna go over some of those in a second. We also do have a free search tool for searching for scholarships. Hi there, Modern Man. It's good to see you here. Welcome to the live stream. We also do have consulting services and hang on. Where's our hang on? Where's our newsletter? Are you done with that? Okay, we do have consulting services. A lot of people were asking about that. We also now do have membership on YouTube as well. So normally this is a Q&A live stream, and if you come here and ask your questions, we do our best to answer them for you. But under the YouTube videos, sometimes we cannot answer all the questions. So YouTube like membership gives you priority in comment section. Also, I'm planning to do polls for future content, like future videos. We make tutorials, we make videos about specific subjects, like let's say maybe best medical schools in Britain, in United Kingdom. So like if you are more interested in one subject or one country, that's a great way to kind of like make sure that those types of subjects are addressed in our videos. From which country you are? I'm from Turkey, Mohammed. So, but as a platform, we are quite multinational. So, for example, Hyun is from South Korea. Is there any open government scholarships, please? I'm not sure about that. We do not have any way to see them on our search tool. Ayman, do you know about this? Are there any open, like, are there any government scholarships that are open for application right now?
I'm pretty sure we added them to the search tool now. That we
You know
have
what? Let me check.
combined external and regular scholarships.
Okay, so let's choose here a scholarship type, government scholarship, and then let's say
Um,
open, deadlines open, and maybe let's choose bachelor's. I get no results. Maybe they're not open.
yeah, for the
Uh,
most part, they're all closed right now.
Right. There aren't that many full funding scholarships that are open for application right now. There are a couple. We're going to talk about one of those today. It's the scholarship of the week. Modern Man says, I would thank you for I got a scholarship from United Kingdom, which is Chancellor's International Scholarship. You're the best. We give us direct information about scholarship and wish you all the best. Thank you very much, Modern Man. It is great to hear if like we are very happy we could help you. If you do have any other question, any like further question about maybe your education or something like that we can help with, would be glad to do so. It is really great to hear hear that you got a scholarship from UK. Nonetheless, it's not very easy to get scholarships from United Kingdom. So yeah, guys, basically, so a kind of demonstrated here a little bit. This is our search tool. You can type in anything that you might be interested in. Let's say Germany. You can, and then you can choose the country, or you can, let's say Oxford. You can choose the University of Oxford. We do have pages for universities. We do have pages for scholarships. You can get more information. For example, this is the page we have for Oxford. And then you can click here on scholarship section to see their scholarships. Or one thing you can do is just leave this blank, hit enter. What? Okay, hit enter. No, that shouldn't work like that. Okay, and hit enter. Right. So these are all the scholarships that we have in our database, which is like about 4,000, 5,000 scholarships. These are scholarships that are given by universities to new coming international students. So if you go to, for example, Indiana University of Pennsylvania, there are other scholarships as well, but maybe those are not, those are for enrolled students. Or maybe you can get scholarships like external scholarships. There are government scholarships, institution scholarships, etc. These are just the ones that we have from universities for new coming international students. So you can filter here for degree, let's say bachelor's locations. So Mohammed Murtaza asks, can you please tell me your educational background just for inspiration? So basically, I'm not really the expert here. Let me show you. So Global Scholarships is founded by Yan Lee, and you can read more about his background. I guess from About Us page. Like he founded this platform because like he got scholarships and he decided that like there aren't that much information to go around for international students. So like Ayman is our expert, and I'm just a YouTube host here. I'm just a PhD student in Turkey. I got, of course, scholarships in Turkey, but not did not study abroad. So yeah, I'm the kind of like the YouTube guy here. But if you want inspiration, let me direct you to an amazing section that we have, which is called Scholarship Stories. Basically, these are stories of people got who earned really good scholarships like Chancellor Scholarship, Australia Award Scholarship, Fulbright Scholarship, Chevening Scholarship, and Global Scholarships find these people and have them share their stories with us. So you can click here. Let me share the link with you. You can also filter for country, degree, funding, etc. So for example, this is a person, let's say, yeah, basically you can get all the information, and if you want to contact them for further inspiration, you can use these links. We have information here from university, degree, previous education, scholarship. They share their journey, educational background, how to prepare, etc., etc. Like a lot of, as you can see, a lot of information, like first-hand information from directly from people who have earned those scholarships. And a lot of these scholarships are very like big competitive scholarships, like Chevening. For example, if you want to get this scholarship, any government scholarship, really, there will be a lot of people to pass to be able to get that scholarship. And for that, I believe getting information and inspiration from directly from people who have earned that scholarship is essential. Like smaller scholarships, maybe you can earn just with your grades, with your like maybe SAT score, your language proficiency, etc. But when it comes to these scholarships, I think it's really, for example, the AD scholarship. So yeah, I think that's like that link is the best way to get inspiration for scholarships. All right, so back to this. You can filter for location. We have countries here. Maybe in future we could also add regions. I think that might be a good idea. For example, just like one region as a Europe. Funding type. So funding type, if you're new here, if you do not know, means there are three types of funding: partial, full tuition, and full funding. Partial scholarships mean the scholarship covers less than the tuition fee of that university. For example, let's choose one. Right, this one. For example, it covers something like a cash award, $2,000, $10,000. and then the university's tuition fee is about 20 to 25,000 Canadian dollars. So it is less than the tuition fees. We have full tuition scholarship. Full tuition scholarships, they cover the tuition fee, whatever it is. It's like if it's $10,000, it's $10,000. If it's 20, it's 20. It just covers the tuition fee. Full funding, of course, it means it covers the tuition fees and then gives you something a bit more, like maybe accommodation, maybe it gives you a stipend. Usually, most full funding scholarships give you a stipend. Uh, Sometimes it gives you insurance. Like it can get very comprehensive, but of course, more things they give you, the more competitive it becomes, more difficult it is to get. So yeah, you can filter for funding. Of course, there are not that many full funding scholarships. So we have about 155 scholarships, full funding for bachelors all around the world. And a lot of them are not open right now. As you can see, there's 8 open right now. And this one we're going to talk about today. So, or you can filter for scholarship type, filter for deadline, subject, nationality, etc. I think this is a great way to find scholarships. I do it all the time to make content. Like you can just start from knowing nothing. And oh, by the way, let me show you. Let me show you what you do then. Let's say full funding, right? So this is a good scholarship in China. Study at Nankai. It's also open right now. This is full funding. You get all the information, like basic information here. Nankai, full funding, all nationalities, deadlines. And then what it covers, as you can see, it is like usually in China, there are like multi-tiered scholarships. You can see that here. We have the eligibility criteria here, application process, deadlines. Sometimes we make videos about specific scholarships. You can see those here. And of course, this is our comment section. And our like we have this for every page we have for universities, for scholarships, etc. And you can leave your questions here and he only answers every single question. Like you don't have to have a membership, an account, anything. You can just come here, leave your question as a comment here, and he only answers every single one of them. Right? And then let's say you've seen all of this, right? It is good. You're interested. You can click here to go to official scholarship page of the university. Let's try that again. Okay, so yeah, this is the page of the university, so you can directly contact the university as well if you have other questions. So you can also get more specific information from the university. Usually it's the same that we have in our page, but yeah, so this is how our search tool works. You go from point zero, where you have no idea what scholarships are out there for you, to the point where you can contact the university directly for a specific scholarship. So yeah, I think it's a good tool. You should add feature in which there's an option telling about application fee. So scholarships do not have application fees. Usually it is the university that you have to pay the application fee for. We do have like tuition fee information, but I do not believe we have any information here for application fee. I'm not, Ayman, like, do you think it's kind of feasible to be able to add and update, of course, all the time the application fees for university page?
Um, it could be probably, but maybe not for all universities. Um,
Yeah,
we make guides about universities that are free, so you
yeah,
can find out about what universities do not charge any application fees, which also implies that others do. We just don't specify the amount, which is usually between $80 and $100. Uh, that's the standard fee for most universities.
yeah, yes. And also things can kind of get a bit blurry when it comes to application fees. For example, for some, I think it was in Germany that you don't have to pay the application fee for the university to be able to apply to a university. Like the university does not charge any application fee, but then you have to go through another platform, and that platform, UniAssist, does charge you something, but then saying the university charges application fee is not really correct, and it can become a bit of a problem. But then saying the university is completely free to apply is also kind of misleading. So I guess that also, like, there are some blurred lines as well in that subject. Yeah, UniAssist. Yes. Okay, so we also made a tutorial about that as well, by the way, if you're interested in. So we do also have one more section that a lot of people might be interested in. I need undergraduate fully funded scholarship. So hi there, Okoye. Welcome to our live stream. So I was demonstrating our search tool. So let me show you, for example, let's hit enter here. And you were saying for bachelor's and fully funded. So we have about 155 full funding scholarships for bachelor's. Obviously, not all of them are open for application, but if you're looking for one that is open right now, we have these, just like 8 of them. And this one we're gonna talk to. Actually, let me just keep the link here. We're going to talk about this one. This is a great scholarship that is open for application right now. Other than that, not so many, if I'm being honest. This one is good. Foundation Scholarship for President's Scholars. We've made a video about this one very recently. This one as well. Most of them right now are in China, or of course you have full funding scholarships in United Kingdom as well, but usually they're like sanctuary scholarships, so they're not for, like, they're for a very small specific minority of group of people. Also, one thing to keep in mind, there are a couple of countries in Europe, like, for example, let me, hang on. Okay. So, for example, Germany, for example, France, for example, Italy. These countries, or Spain, these countries do not charge, like, most universities in these countries do not charge, like, high tuition fees. For example, in Germany, most universities do not charge any tuition fees. You just pay about 300 euros semester fee every semester. And or like in France, a lot of universities are very, very affordable. Hang on. Yeah, no, not currently open. Let me reset that too. For example, or Italy, a lot of universities charge something less than 1,000 euros per year. So the thing is, people usually look for full funding scholarships, but there are some partial funding scholarships in these countries that if you can get in a free university, it will be something like a full funding scholarship because the tuition is already taken care of. For example, I think this one we've just recently talked. We've made a video. So this is about 6,000 euros per semester. Okay, and it is partial funding, partial scholarship, but it is only partial because Aachen University does not charge any tuition fee in the first place. So it cannot be full funding anyway because there's no tuition fee to take care of. So if you get to this university, if you get admitted to this university, and then if you get this student assistantship, which you can also get as a bachelor, master, or PhD student, you get paid about 6,000 euros per semester, and which is 12,000 euros per year, which is basically what you would need to be able to study for 1 year in Germany, like what they estimate you. Like maybe you have information, like about the whole blocked account thing in Germany. So yeah, so keep in mind there are some partial funding scholarships that can that are actually kind of full funding scholarships, but they're partial just because they're in Germany, in France, or in Italy. So keep that in mind. Can you show me fully funded undergraduate scholarship? Okay, so pretty much the same. Savory. It's just to go here, hit enter. Let me actually share the link of search results, bachelor, and then hang on, full funding. So these are all the full funding scholarships that we have in our database um, for bachelor students. A lot of them are not open for application right now. You can filter for a, like deadline, filter for subject, nationality, and you can just like click on any one of them to get information. I'm just saying that not all scholarships they have to be full funding to take care of pretty much everything. By the way, Eamon, what do you think about this scholarship? I wanted to talk to you about this one last week, but we couldn't do the live stream because I was sick. So I've done this by myself, but I also kind of wonder what do you think about that, this scholarship? Like it's assistantship. It's an assistantship. Usually you can only get that as masters or PhD students, but this is also for bachelors as well, and it covers pretty much what you would need in a blocked account in Germany anyway. So yeah, what do you think?
I mean, I would think you'd need more for a blocked account. This is kind of half of
Uh,
it.
no, this is per semester though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then you're definitely right. So it's exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would still need the blocked account anyway
Yes.
because
Of course.
the assistantships are always awarded after being admitted. And even though they say that they're offered to bachelor students too, it usually uh, is not the case unless there is a bachelor student who is extremely exceptional
Mm-hmm.
and really good, and that they would trust them with the assistantship. But for the most part, they're offered to masters and PhD
Mm-hmm.
students. Yeah, I think since it's per semester, it definitely covers the entire requirement that Germany
Mm-hmm.
stipulates for international students, which is around 11,000 euros.
Yeah.
I think slightly above that now. It increases a couple of hundred euros every year because of the economy, because they account for inflation. Uh, so yeah, it would be exactly that amount. I
Yeah.
think it's really good since what studying at universities in Germany is already
Mm-hmm.
tuition free. So you're essentially getting a fully funded scholarship.
Yeah. And like people are very interested in studying in Germany, and you don't have like full funding scholarships in Germany, and people ask, sorry, all the time about DAAD, like the government scholarship, but that's obviously incredibly competitive. And I feel like some of these scholarships, these like partial funding looking scholarships, kind of get overlooked in here and in Italy as well. I think we've made a video about one of those too. So yeah, keep in mind, guys, in Europe, excluding United Kingdom, a lot of like there are a lot of universities that do not charge like very high tuition fees, like tens of thousands of dollars or something like that. So even like smaller, more achievable financial aids can make it possible to be able to study for free. All right, so today we're going to talk about this scholarship, President Scholarship at Yanshan University. Now, every week I do my best to bring you a scholarship, like a full funding scholarship that is open for application right now. Yeah, you for that you have to see every like specific assistantship posts because like there are a lot of different job posts. Basically, it's kind of like being employed by the university. So every week I try to do like I do my best to bring you something, a scholarship that is open for application, a full funding scholarship. Right now there are not that many, unfortunately, and the ones that like in Singapore I think there was one in the United States. We talked about those very recently. So there are a couple more in China. China is kind of overlooked, like underestimated in this way, underrated in this way. They have very good institutions, very good universities, very good education in some universities. They have very affordable tuition fees, and they have very generous scholarships that go overlooked. So as you can see, this is for bachelor's, master's, and PhD. Usually Chinese universities have this just like one scholarship that is for everybody. It's in Yanshan University, not the greatest university in China, but a very affordable, very affordable university with a very generous scholarship. It's full funding. There are like no specific nationalities, no specific subjects, and you can see the deadlines here. So it gives you about 50, like 16,000 Chinese yuan for Chinese yuan every year for bachelors. If you're a master student, it covers tuition, accommodation, and a monthly stipend. Usually, you need about 2,000 Chinese yuan for like if you live in Beijing as well. So yeah, keep that in mind. This wouldn't be enough to cover your entire living costs. What are the requirements? Recently open scholarship master. Okay, we're gonna see that in a second when I'm done talking about this. So yeah, it covers pretty much everything for PhD students, but still for bachelors and masters, it covers quite a lot. By the way, universities. Let's see about the university. It's not in Beijing. It's not in a very central location, which kind of makes it more affordable. Of course, like everything is more affordable in places that are not like very central. So this covers your tuition fees as well. It's like this is at least full tuition, but already tuition is not extremely high. Like, hang on. Let's see, 16,000. It's about it's about $2,000. So yeah. Um, So this is the university. You can get more information, or if you want to see what it looks like, let's say that, yeah, this is the university. Again, not like the greatest university, not an extremely high-ranking university in China, but if you want to um, study in Asia and study in China, this might be a good pick for you, considering they have a very good scholarship. So yeah, we have the eligibility criteria here. If you are like for Chinese and English taught programs, you can get more information here, of course. Past participants, good health, academic scores here, application process, the deadlines. And if you want to get more information, of course, as always, you can click here to go and see their page. They have like different pages for preparatory, bachelor, master, and PhD program. You can click on any one of these to see. And it's pretty much the same information, but you can also contact the university. That's the main thing you can get here. And the application deadline is May 20. So again, not like I wouldn't say this is one of the best universities that you'll find in China, but a very generous scholarship. And for people who do not have a lot of funds, China is already a very affordable place, and this scholarship pretty much takes care, like, I think maybe 1,000 or something between 1,000 or 2,000 yuan would be enough to study in this city. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyone, do you want to add anything about this scholarship?
Um, I mean, it is quite the straightforward scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
It is very similar to many scholarships in China, although it's not multi-tiered. It is tiered in the sense that um, there's tiers for degrees rather than for
Yeah,
academic merit. Yeah,
yeah.
so for bachelor students, the tuition is not included, although um, a stipend of 16,000 Chinese yuan is uh, included yearly.
Mm-hmm.
For masters and PhD students, tuition is covered, plus a monthly stipend. And to put things into perspective, I think 1,000 Chinese yuan would be around $150,
Mhm.
give or take. So that also tells you how affordable life is in China, even
Yeah.
if you don't have the scholarship. So that stipend, I think many people would be able to just afford themselves. It's a plus, but if you don't get any stipend or if you don't get any scholarship, you are very likely able to cover uh, your studying fees at Chinese universities. Yeah, so concerning the requirements, they're very standard. When it comes to language requirements or being in good health, that's always something they're looking for. That's always a requirement.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think there is nothing that stands out to me that really needs to be discussed that we haven't discussed before about any other scholarship in China.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So Arjita asked, recently open scholarship master. I think you mean open right now. Let's see. All right. Let's see. What do we have for masters? All degrees. Let's choose masters and let's choose currently open. You know what? I'm gonna choose full funding. So we have about 20, but these are, yeah, most of these are graduate assistantships. So basically, if you do not know, assistantship means that you go and kind of work in the university. Because if you, one of my friends got PhD, really, really, that's great to hear neurobiology. It's really, we're really happy to hear that. So graduate international scholarship. So again, assistantships are like you go and work in the university as an assistant, and you usually do have these in United States. A lot of American universities do have these. Usually they're for masters and PhD students. So, by the way, let me share the link with you. You can filter further if you're not like if you are not very strict about full funding. Maybe you want to go and study in Europe, and there are some, like for example, hang on, actually, let me say partial funding, and as location, I'll choose France. Oh yeah, right. I think we talked about this one, scholarship of Foundation de Pont. This is, for example, it's a partial funding. It covers 10,000. Yeah, it covers 10,000 euros, and this university it has about like tuition of 5,000 euros or something like that. Yeah, you can also look into these if you want to study in Europe. Like for example, these ones, student assistantships, Technical University of Munich, for example. Yeah, so this is basically kind of you get something like a wage, kind of like being employed by the university. We don't really talk about student assistantships in Germany all that often, even though it's not that different than student assistantships that we have in United States or like some other countries with tuition fees. So yeah, hang on. Let's say full funding. So there are other scholarships as well. For example, this is in Turkey. Koç University is a really good university in Turkey, and a couple in China. This one is good. I think if it's a bit close though. The scholarship deadline, it covers your tuition fees, it covers health insurance, and it covers a living stipend, like a yearly living stipend of $35,000. Keep in mind that this is almost certainly Australian dollars. Let me see. Yeah, it is. It usually is. By the way, I very recently made a tutorial, like application tutorial for this university as well. So if you want to apply, you can use that, but you have to be quick. Anyway, guys, so yeah, this was pretty much what we had to talk about for today. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask them in the chat. Otherwise, we're gonna end the live stream here. I'll give you like a moment to, if you are here, if you have any questions, to type them in. Otherwise, yeah, today's live stream is over. Oh, by the way, we do have country guides as well. These are really good. So you can go to guides section and here choose country guides, view all. And then basically these are, you can click on any one of these. Let's say study in South Korea. And you can get, like, these are collections of like dozens of guides that we have for a specific country. From higher education, like pros and cons, the choosing a university, best English taught universities, best private universities, etc. Best programs, how to find a program, something like that. Applying to a university, complete guide to university applications in South Korea, etc. Documents and tests needed sometimes can be very different than other countries. Yeah. Language proficiency, financing your studies, of course, a lot of people are interested in this. Cheapest programs, cost of studying, cheapest universities, and how to study. Usually we make videos about these as well, and then of course scholarship opportunities, etc., etc. So yeah, country guides are really good. Okay, I don't see any new questions, and I think we're gonna end the live stream here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us here for this live stream. If you're watching this on VOD, thank you very much for watching. And thank you, Eamon, for joining me here today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me, as.
All right, everyone will be here next Friday at the usual hour. Today we're doing this 2 hours earlier because I have a thing that I cannot really get out of. So yeah, next week we're here every Friday. If you have any questions about scholarships, about studying abroad, about universities, etc., we're here. You're always welcome to come in and ask your questions. Other than that, see you next week and bye.